Well, hello and welcome back to some more F1 2021. I wasn't expecting to say this, but welcome back to the Immersive Driver Career Mode. Today we are going to start Season 4 of our Let's Play, so if you guys want to see F1 back on the channel regularly with the Immersive Driver Career Mode, then make sure you smash the like button down below. Obviously, dramatic stuff happened in the final race of the season last time out in Australia with Red Bull, which will turn out to be our final race with Red Bull after the dramatic finish to the real life F1 World Championship. I fancied jumping back into this with a particular team to try and regain justice. So here we go. We go into the driver career mode and we will be moving teams for season 4.
It's
we'll
contract
be
renewal time.
having a look at
So
the
think
new
about if
tracks
this is where
as
you
well.
still want to be. We can try and negotiate a better deal here, but we also have the chance to look elsewhere.
So, of course, last time out, recently I did try my team career, and I didn't fancy it, to be honest with you. I think it is just too similar to last year's game, and I think my team will bring that back for F1 2022. We'll keep going with the Immersive Driver Career Mode this year, and you guys certainly seem to enjoy this more. I personally really enjoy this series, and hopefully it will be back. Please smash the like button, get involved down in the comment section, all that good stuff. And let's see who we want to drive for in Season 4. Now, Red Bull, of course, we led them to the championship. However, I don't fancy being with them. Alpine have become a race-winning team since we left. They're looking good. McLaren are looking good as well. As our Scuderia Ferrari, our former team. Aston Martin have dropped off a little bit, as have Valterri, Williams, Alfa Romeo and Haas racing a team. Now, I think what I want to do is get involved with Mercedes. I can picture the thumbnail now. It's going to look beautiful. That black Lotus-like thumbnail that we had for the My Team career, but with that little hint of blue for Mercedes. I just think it's going to look great, and I cannot wait to see if we can sign for them. Let's see. Yes, they do want to sign us, so let's go for a low-risk contract offer. And there you go, Mercedes do sign us, so we will be signing for Mercedes for the next season, which I'm really, really happy about. I think that'll be awesome. Trying to have a battle with Lewis, I assume Lewis, going forward, that would be really, really good. So here's our perk fund, 805,000. What do we want to do? I think we want to unlock the additional media answers. I think that'll be fun. So let's continue with that, and into Season 4 we go. So there it is, our beautiful Mercedes-Benz F1 car. And they certainly are in a good position. There's going to be no reset over the winter. So I think we probably want to focus on doing some aerodynamics. Of course, we don't have any control over this. It is completely immersive. It's up to the team. But that's where I would suggest that we want that done. If we have a little look at our vehicle performance, you can see the ICE there. A very famous Mercedes ICE. Magic engine. And we are going to be alongside Lewis Hamilton. Daniel Ricciardo, of course, is retiring. Valtteri Bottas is going to be leaving Mercedes, no doubt. He'll probably go to McLaren to replace Ricciardo, but I have no idea. So without further ado, let's head further on and see where we end up with. So the heat dispersing wheel rims are there.
Completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
And let's finish the season. So there you go, a massive reputation boost because we are, of course, the world champions. We had 3 wins compared to Lewis Hamilton's 4. 2 pole positions compared to Lewis Hamilton's 2 pole positions. We surely had more than that. Points 197 to 183, and first in the championship. I honestly can't remember much of the season that has just gone. We will get a full recap, I think, before we head off. But now we've got to decide what we want to do for next season. So I think it will be another 16 racer. I don't want to do 23 races, if I'm honest with you. I'd rather do 16. So let's go with that. We want to start off with Bahrain. I'm not interested in having China there, but we will have Imola and Portugal. We don't want Monaco. Baku, I'm not bothered about. Canada, of course, we want France, Austria, Britain. I do like Hungary, so I do want Hungary in there. We don't want Singapore. Not bothered about Japan. Mexico's okay. I'd like Saudi Arabia in there. And to be honest with you, I would like Abu Dhabi to be our season finale. So we're going to get Australia out of there. How many more tracks have we got? So we're on 18 at the moment, so we need to reduce it by 2. Russia might be one that I can't be bothered with, and maybe Holland as well. Maybe those. That looks like a good season to me. Although Spain's pretty boring. Yeah, bring Russia back for Spain. I do enjoy driving Sochi, so that looks pretty good. That looks good now. We got Bahrain, then Imola, Portugal, Canada, France, Austria, Britain, Hungary, Belgium, Italy, the halfway mark, pretty much, with Russia, then USA, Mexico, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and Abu Dhabi to finish it off. That is going to be a cracking season.
Great.
So let's get into
That's
it.
everything we need. You can go back and edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season.
And
But
of
if you're ready
course,
to go, hit advance to head to the team HQ. We can start our push to the top of Formula 1.
because we are now world champion, I think we will be able to use the number 1. So we will see. We've got the captain. Our name is still the same. I am trying to see if we've unlocked any other emotes. There's our helmet. We've got to change from purple now because we're with good old Lewis. I quite like that one. That is awesome. Can we change? We can change the colour of that, but I do quite like it as it is. It's sort of a galaxy one. Might just try and edit it down a little bit and make it a little darker. Yeah, that looks quite cool. This pink. No, I don't want that one. Reset to defaults, yeah. Hang on, so we want that to be black. I think we want that a little darker. Ooh. Oh, that looks awesome. Can we go with like a light blue? I'll tell you what, that looks an awesome helmet. I am very happy with that. That looks so cool. Character poses. Have we unlocked any new ones? Doesn't look like it. What about the podium emotes? No, happy with that. Victory radio call. Lick the stamp and sent it.
Woohoo! Lick the stamp and sent it.
Nah. Nah, it's a yeehaw. It's a yeehaw. But that's awesome. Right, let's advance then. As reigning champion, you are entitled to use the number 1 this season. Would you like to switch? Yes, of course I would. Of course I would. Max Verstappen style. So, let's have a little look at who is going to be taking over the old seats in Formula 1. We are still with Lewis Hamilton, of course. Valtteri Bottas has took our old seat at Red Bull. Alonso and Giovinazzi are at Alpine. We've got Leclerc and Perez still at Ferrari. Lando Norris still at McLaren. Gasly at AlphaTauri with Vettel at Aston Martin. Tsunoda still at AlphaTauri. Stroll still at Aston Martin. Guan Yu Zhou is at Alfa Romeo. Russell is at Williams. Ocon still at Alfa Romeo. Mick Schumacher at Haas. Latifi at Williams. Mazepin at Haas. And who is going to be the driver that has gone to McLaren? Well, Christian Lundgaard. That is a big surprise, I've got to say. I'm a little bit surprised at that. I thought they might try to get somebody else in there, but no, they've put Lundgaard in there. They've put their faith in him. Let's go and have a little look at the car reveal. This beautiful Mercedes car. I'm really looking forward to driving it.
New parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
So we haven't got any R&D in progress, but we're already making some progress. So let's go to our car reveal. There she is, the number 1 Mercedes car, ready to hit the road, Jack. Lovely jubbly. So let's continue on then. So season objectives from Toto Wolff. He wants us to be near the front of the field. That is absolutely fine. And I don't think I can actually control any facility upgrades, anything like that. That is all done to the by the AI, and that's what makes this series what it is. You know, I don't have any control of that. I just focus on the driving. So I'll see you guys for the first lap in FP1. Hey, there's Bottas at Red Bull in our old seat, which is hilarious. Why don't we get out there and we'll do a reconnaissance lap?
The track is green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature.
We'll see how beautiful this Mercedes-Benz looks. And we're going to be going back to that format of where we do 25% races for tracks where I don't think strategy will play too big a part. By the way, look how beautiful our helmet is. That is awesome. Well, here we go. We are away for our first lap out there in Bahrain. And I'm really looking forward to pushing this car to its limits this season. Pushing new boundaries, hopefully grabbing a nice pole position.
Okay, just
want
to
remind
you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
But of course, you know, I haven't played this game for a long time, so it will be tough to get straight back into it. Get this set up absolutely right, but I can't believe how good this car looks. This just looks so good. The black livery was just an absolute genius move for Mercedes, and we should give it a little go. We'll have a little hot lap in it. Obviously we've not set up the car at all, but we'll see how quick it is around here. Stick a little bit of ERS in there as well for good measure. A decent straight line speed, of course. First in the speed trap already, mainly because we're the first to go through it, but we'll see how quick this car is. But FP2 and FP3 are going to be where more representative. Managed to hug the curbs nicely there. A bit wide, but we're all right. Getting a little bit wide there, but didn't pick up too much of an advantage. once the car's set up, this is going to be absolutely beautiful. So purple middle sector, and here we come then. This is going to be our first hot lap in a Mercedes, and it's not a massively quick time, but we do come up to the line, and it is going to be a 1:29.2, which is quickest for now. Let's see how much quicker we can go in this first sector. Not at all, because we slid and slided through that first corner. Wasn't great. So, 0.3 of a second slower in the first sector. But now really managing to pick up the traction of the car. Getting these tyres into the operating window, but that was a little mistake. And Lewis is coming around now. Let's say hello to our buddy Lewis. There he is. Let's follow him round a lap of Bahrain. Is he gonna just go straight back into the pits? I mean, he might do. Most people do on their first time out. He has got his ERS off. Schumacher.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
So here we come into the pit lane. Lewis Hamilton leads the way, and we come in right behind him. A little double stack there, but an awesome start to our Mercedes career. Let's see how we get on in qualifying. Here we come then, first flying lap of our Mercedes career. So here we go. We break down into the final corner. A little bit wide there, but managed to just keep it in the limits. And here we go. Let's take you on a lap of the Bahrain International Circuit. We have been absolutely flying through FP1 and FP2. Can we keep it up in Q1 today and throughout qualifying? Nice braking down into turn 4. Decent first sector. Oh, a little bit wide though, and we do lose that time. That's gonna put us out of sync, unfortunately, but we might as well finish the lap and see what we would have produced. But that is an annoying little one there, because it felt like a decent opening lap. So a 1:24 flat for Max Verstappen's opening gambit, our former teammate, of course, at Red Bull. Now, how are we gonna get on compared to him? I mean, we're second off in the middle sector, and I can't attribute all of that to losing the lap, so we're losing our time somewhere. But where? And here we come up to the line. And what's it going to be? It's a 1:25.2, which is a bit quicker than George Russell, but not quite as quick
of fuel remaining
as Max Verstappen. So, oh, and we've binned it at the start of our second flying lap. So this isn't a good start as world champion. We should be laying down the gauntlet. That's not happening. We're just trying to stay out of the way now of Sergio Perez. And that is quite unbelievable, really. Well, here we come, finally up to the line, but still not a good lap, really. But it is going to be a 1:25.9, which is 15th at the moment. But that just shows how much pace is left in the car, because this is ridiculous how rubbish these laps have been. We just can't hook the car up, and straight away there we invalidate this lap. So we're just in big trouble here, it has to be said. We're really, really struggling out there. We need to get these tyres nice and cool now and get ourselves going once again. But that was a personal best first sector. Need to do better though going forward. Well, eventually we managed to get a decent lap in, a 1:25.1, and that was enough to get through to Q2. Pierre Gasly, quickest at the moment, which is interesting. The Alpine's looking good, Red Bull looking good, but Lewis Hamilton only in 6th place. We are currently only in 10th, so Mercedes on the back foot. Well, here we come up to the line at the start of Q2, and it is a 1:25.1 once again. And that probably will not be enough to get through to Q3, but we will try our very best. Of course, these are the tyres that we will start the Grand Prix on, so we don't really want to put that second lap through it, but we're already 2/10 up in this first sector, so we will keep it going for now. But there you go, we dropped the 2/10 of a second there, so and now we just hold back, we nurse these tyres back to the pits, and if we need to, we can put a second set of soft tyres on and just have the one proper run in Q3. Well, we are very much under pressure as we are sitting in 11th as we go into Q2, final 1 minute or so. We lock up into the first corner. That is not going to help. Are we going to be able to carry the speed through with about 2/10 of a second up, believe it or not, which would be enough to get through? We need to nail every corner now. That was a decent corner. And it is a personal best, sector 1. We need to try and hold the car together here. This is a good lap so far. Big corner coming up. Taking it a little bit more cautiously to make sure we made it round. And there you go. Look at this. Look at the time. Shaving off on the right-hand side. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, well, we nearly lost it there. Goodness me. We go a little bit wide, but we're okay. We're just sort of backed off a little bit there. Otherwise, we'd have ended up with a deleted lap. But here we come into the final corner. And we come up to the line knowing that there's another half a second in this car. And it's going to be a 1:24.8. And that gets us up to P8 for Q3. And that was a nice little lap under pressure. We just had a little oversteer moment through the high speed final corner of the second sector. But we managed to get through just 2/10 behind Lewis Hamilton. Much more in the groove now. But going out in Q2, Sergio Perez for Ferrari. Christian Lundgaard on his debut for McLaren. Tsunoda, Russell and Lance Stroll. But here we come up to the final corner and our first pole position run. This is on a scrub set of tyres. The first set of tyres that we used in Q2. And we come up to the line and it's a 1:25.3. So a decent banker lap that will guarantee that at least we don't start in 10th. But, you know, plenty of room for improvement on that. And with the new set of boots and maybe a little bit more front wing angle, we can certainly make this work. Here we go then, let's see if we can do it. Our pole position run, here we go, fresh set of boots. And we are off and running on our pole position. Or final pole position run, it is going to be an absolute wrestle of a lap, this one. Try to stay away from the curbs so that we have maximum speed through those corners. Already a 10th up through Sector 1. We managed to turn it into turn 4, and that's good. Half a 10th up. We'll certainly settle for that. That's not too bad. A little bit of oversteer. Could have been better through there. But overall, we are probably up, which is good. It's not going to be pole position, but we should be able to at least put this in the top 5. Look at that. That was an excellent corner. Yeah, lovely. Absolutely beautiful work now. Just got to hold the line through here. Excellent. Little bit wide. That's a disappointment because that's going to cost us all the way down this straight. So, final corner coming up. And here we come. We're coming up to the line. Again, losing a little bit of time in the final corner to 124.9. And it's only P9 for the world champion. Well. Just a little bit of a bottle job in the final sector. But that middle sector was really, really strong.
We're all ready
But,
for tomorrow's
wow,
race,
Charles
but before we
Leclerc
begin,
is on
let's
pole
have
position.
a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Leclerc, Hamilton and Lando Norris. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Well, if we have a look at the race director, we'll look at Charles Leclerc's middle sector on his fastest lap. So his middle sector was a 36.0. What was ours? A 36.6. So we were about 6/10 off in that middle sector, in fact, which is a bit of a surprise. 27.2 in the first sector. What did he do? He did a 27.1. So he was 7/10 quicker up to that point in the lap, but we did lose a big amount of time in that third sector. And you can see we did drop 0.2 of a second compared to our best time through there. 21.1 in the end. Charles Leclerc did a 20.8. So, you know, I feel like we could have done a lot better in that third sector. But Charles Leclerc on pole position, and what a turnaround, you know. I mean, we've been dominating practice sessions, but when it mattered in qualifying, we didn't have it. Let's see how we get on in the race.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best at turn 1, of course, and then another soon into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into the tight left-hander of turn 10. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, and Giovinazzi, Bottas, the captain, Vettel, and Sergio Perez, Lundgaard, Tsunoda, George Russell, and Stroll, Latifi, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Guan Yu Zhou, Mick Schumacher, and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Well, it seems like there's already been penalties applied, which is crazy. But we are going to go for the basic one-stop strategy, softs and mediums. We're going to chuck a little bit less fuel in the car, and hopefully that will get us the result we need. So off for the formation lap for our first Mercedes Grand Prix, and our first Grand Prix as world champion. And it's a disappointment to start in 9th, but you know, sometimes we're not always there in qualifying, but we tend to bring it back in the race. Bottas just ahead of us as well in the Red Bull, but that is not what you call a good start on the formation lap, and that is a disaster really. But now we have to floor it to get back to our grid position for the start of the race. But, yeah, we want to make sure that that's not happening at the start of the actual Grand Prix. It's going to be an intense getaway, I think. You know, big braking zone into turn 1. And we are rusty in terms of our racecraft because we haven't played this game for a long time. We'll still make a couple of positions up to get back into 8th position. That's 11th place, Christian Lundgaard. And we hope that we're not battling him at all today. There's Perez. Yeah, we can manage to go down the inside, and there's Vettel. So it's going to be everyone now. We're back into position, and in theory our tyres should be the hottest on the grid, but they'll also be the most worn after what we've put them through in this formation lap. But we're going to let them sit there for a long time. We're going to create that gap, try and be the one with the hottest tyres on the grid. We're going to bunch this pack right up. We want... Oh no! No! It took over us. I was trying to bring the Hasses right at the back into it, but it should allow us to get on there pretty speedily. One more little burnout, and there we go. We do line up, so it is Charles Leclerc on pole position. We then got Lewis Hamilton in 2nd, Lando Norris in 3rd with Max Verstappen 4th, Alonso and Giovinazzi lock out the 3rd row with Bottas and ourselves in 7th and 8th. Vettel 9th and Sergio Perez 10th. Here we go. Ready for the lights. Lights out, away we go for Season 4 of the Immersive Driver Career, and it was a poor start from us off the grid. Lots of wheel spin. We're covering off any attacks into the first corner. We go down the inside. We're trying to avoid contact with Bottas there, and Vettel having a little look, but we are down to 10th at the start of this first lap, and there's Lundgaard, and maybe I did jinx it by saying we didn't want to be battling with him today. Oh, we go down the inside and lose a little bit of our front wing. That is a disappointing getaway.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
We've already got a new strategy available. I mean, we'll see how we get on with this broken wing, but we should be able to at least cope with it for now on this first lap. So
got that confirmed.
We are not going to change anything. But now we are trapped in the dirty air of Christian Lundgaard, and I did say I didn't want to be battling with him today, but unfortunately that's exactly the situation we're in now. So, end of the first lap, can we stay with Christian Lundgaard? As Charles Leclerc puts in the fastest lap. Lewis Hamilton down to 4th, by the way. The two Alpines, what a start they've had to this season, and now we've got to just settle into this Grand Prix. We should have the pace to work our way back through the field. We're losing too much in terms of downforce. It wasn't much of our front wing that was gone. But now all of a sudden we are starting to struggle, and we weren't doing that before. On the first lap we were fine.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Well, all of a sudden we are losing time to Lundgaard very fast, so I think the wing has given up. But this is not what was happening on the first lap. And all of a sudden the car is just an absolute handful. And there's Vettel. He's having a look at Tsunoda now. And he'll have a look at us. And he has made a bit of contact, and that's not good for him. Surely that's going to be a bit of front wing damage. But we're going to come in and get it changed. So here we go. Our first pit stop a lot earlier than expected. And we are going to switch to those medium tyres and try and go to the end of the race on them.
Go, go, go.
We're away. Should be able to do 11 laps on these mediums, and we're going to have to pump the laps in, try and catch up to the field here, because we're in big trouble, and this could be a terrible start for us.
Complete. See these tires
But we
through
should
to the
have
end
the
now.
pace to get right back into this, and at least back into the points. So here we go, 11 laps to go.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when with...
Well, you join me on lap 7 that we're about to start, and people are coming into the pits now, and now we're going to be getting into some racing action. So there is Pierre Gasly. We should be able to pass him on pace. He has just come out of the pits. He has got fresher tyres, but you would imagine that we have got the pace in the car to overtake him and pass him. But it's going to be tough, and it doesn't look like we are going to get any points this race unless something drastic happens, like a safety car to bunch everybody together. That would be ideal right now. Well, we got a chance on Gasly here with the inside line, and we take it beautifully.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
And now we got George Russell up ahead, who shouldn't be too difficult to pass, but it is starting to look really tricky out there for a lot of the drivers sliding about George Russell up ahead, and he's on brand new tyres, but we're managing to look after them a little bit better than everyone else. And here we go, got another chance to close in on George. He's dropped off a little bit
Caution,
from Perez up
caution.
ahead. There is a yellow flag as well. Now I wonder if there'll be a safety car. It would be really, really helpful if there was. Leclerc's out. Leclerc was the leader. Well, this has got to be the chance on George Russell. He goes to the inside. We go further inside. And we make it round. That was a good little move there. And now we've got Sebastian Vettel and Sergio Perez up ahead, both of which
There's 5 laps
we
of
should
fuel
be able to
remaining.
pass, but this is a good battle between Perez and Vettel. So we might get a couple of points out of this after all. Well, we're through on Sebastian Vettel. That was a bit of a bulldozer Hannard move, but it worked. And we are through. Just got to make sure we hold him off here, as he's got the DRS. Should be able to stay ahead with our straight line speed. And now we can close in on Sergio Perez, who's sat inside our old car. Well, here we go, final lap of the Grand
Final lap of
Prix.
the race.
And, well, it's going to be a big ask to get past Perez because he's managed to pull out a couple of good laps. But to get into the points from where we were, I think is a good achievement. Just need to sort of hold on to that now and take the point and run with it, because there are going to be plenty of opportunities this season. We messed up qualifying, and that's what caused us the issue. We nearly lost the point there. Goodness me. That was a little intense battle with Vettel, a little warning there. And it's going to now be Gasly round the outside. We push him off. But I think we're okay. I'd love to have another look at that. Let's have a look. So Gasly gets right in our gearbox. He tries to go around the outside of turn 10. But yeah, he finds there's no way around there. And yeah, ended up well wide. But we've got Sebastian Vettel on our tail now. He'll be having a little look. He makes a little bit of contact with us. He's not happy. But we should be able to hold him off now. But yeah, we just had a little moment around the high speed couple of corners, and
Green flag.
there's a green flag out there. I'm not entirely sure what's happened around the lap, but Fernando Alonso has won the first Grand Prix of the season. It's like 2010 all over again. The fireworks are going off, and we manage to finish in 10th place and grab ourselves a
Pick up
point.
rubber and bring it
I'll
home.
take it.
A fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the desert. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Once again, it's podium time, and once again, it's a clear win for Alpine. Alpine have seen their fair share of success in Formula One, and today is proof that they've still got what it takes to thrill us all. Congratulations to everyone at Alpine.
Well, a Mercedes-less podium. Bottas up there for Red Bull. And that is not the top three we would have predicted at the start
And
of the
after
weekend.
this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. And with today's impressive result, Fernando Alonso steps into the championship lead. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I think it has to be Fernando Alonso. He got the strategy spot on and consistently had the pace to come through as well.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Alpine move up and take the championship lead. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Well, it's one of those things where I think if we were a bit more patient on that opening lap, didn't go for the lunge on Sebastian Vettel, we'd have probably finished on the podium there. We certainly had the pace, and I think the only reason why we're 16.5 seconds off is because we were held up in traffic. You know, we did make our way past Gasly and Vettel fairly well, fairly cleanly. You know, should have probably made it past Sergio Perez. But if you look at our fastest lap, we were the second quickest car out there behind Lando Norris, who was definitely the fastest of the finishers. But Charles Leclerc, unlucky in the end to not be the guy that takes home the 25 points. But there you have it. That is our first race for Mercedes and the first race of Season 4 all done. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.